Tell them run it up. I wake up. Yeah. I wake up, flex, thumb down that check. No drip, just wet. Tell them run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck, but first I stretch. Tell them run it up. I wake up, flex, thumb down that check. No drip, just wet. Tell them run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck, but first I stretch. Tell them run it up. 9 out of 10 roll through my hands, I'm by my lonely. Turned to a savage, now my baby wants to hold me. I love my fans, don't need no friends, I got my homies. Thought I could trust you, I find out you tried to zone me. I'm number one up on that court, I'm Nick McGrady. The first one in, the last one out, can't call me lazy. Put in my hours, send the invoice, send.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Excuse me. Greetings. I have laryngitis because I have allergies. And this is Ebony Sports Reporters with Coach Ben Troop, Coach Julius Hall, Coach Rob DeLoach, and Coach Bernard Brown.
Yes,
we are not responsible for any of the statements that are made by these gentlemen on this show. Please, America, be careful, be safe when you listen to the stuff they're saying. Please do not have anything in your mouth when they're talking because you might spit it out. So every sports reporter in the house. And so first thing you're going to do is going to get kind of twisted up a bit. Coach Tamika Reed at Jackson State, she penned a heartfelt thought regarding one of her players who went to drafted by the WNBA. And we were going to roll with that because Coach Rob DeLoach threw it out there early on to me. But then I was realized we're going to personalize this a little bit more. And so, again, it's not just with regard to what she did, but then we're going to get into this. Why are coaches important to our society, to our communities? Why are coaches important to our community and our societies? And we're going to throw that out to Brother Ben Troop right now.
Wow. The thing about a coach is I think they don't do it justice. I think when people hear the word coach, I think they think they only serve one purpose. They think it's just about sport. But for most of us, man, I mean, let's call it what it is. Most of us ain't never seen a man in our household. So to have that authority figure and tough love has to be built at a certain point. And I think a coach teaches you how to take tough love, how to take coaching, because the coach can't really tell you what he's really doing. Like it ain't about the wins and the losses. And some of the best people I've ever had is coaches, man, because a coach you don't even know what you're good for, you know. And then these coaches, they pull you to the side, man. I never know what they said to my parents. I never know what they said to my siblings. But I mean, I am who I am, obviously mainly because of my parents. But I mean, the coaches I had, they were the greatest because them jokers gave me a swift kick in my behind through words and actions all the time, So coaches to me are like teachers. They do a lot. They just don't get enough recognition because people think they just a coach. No, man. Now, there are good and bad coaches. I'm not saying that, but they're invaluable. They really, really are, because without them, man, you know how many dudes get a chance to live lives they never thought they can live because of these coaches. Like, look, man, I ain't never lived, you know, so I just think that coaches are just they like the one in a million type people. They really, really are. So I could go on and on about coaches, but I just think that they don't get enough recognition because it's about, did they win a championship? Don't matter. How many kids can say, hey, man, I got my mom and my family up out of here from a sport that I never thought I could. So shout out to all the coaches out there, man. Don't let nobody tell you that your bank account is not a reflection of your influence. Trust and believe.
Yes, sir. Coach Bernard Brown, what's your thoughts with regards to that? What the importance of coaches in our society, our communities?
You know what? I was listening to Coach. I was listening to Ben, right, and I got choked up because I appreciate all the compliments that you just said. Because I coached for 25 years, and you know, I appreciate that. I really do. You know, because we do what we have to do. We are mama, daddy, uncle, brother, sister. You know, we are bank, because a lot of kids don't have, you know, what other kids have. And if one kid is not eating, we're gonna make sure all those kids are eating. We, you know what I'm saying? We taking them out of town, we making sure they good. And I did the boys and the girls. And you know, I'm like this. I never blame the parents for, you know, a lot of stuff because they don't have, you know, they didn't have, you know what I'm saying? So we as coaches do what we got to do to make sure those kids don't get left behind. We not some coaches. I know I'm not. I don't look for a handout. Okay. If I'm looking for a handout, I'm in a different field. I'm looking to teach these kids about life first, you know, teach them how to win and lose. But most important, how to become a man, how to become a boy for a man and a girl for a woman, period. And man, all the kids that I done did and they call and everything, man, it's a beautiful thing. Trust me. So coaches do not get all the credit that they deserve, but y'all know who y'all is. Y'all know who y'all is. And like I say, man, I appreciate it, man. I'm already an emotional guy. You know, I am. You know, and you know, you got to think. My thing is this, and I was talking to Julius earlier. I need to, and everybody on there know we athletes, and athlete we always trying to win in anything. I just need to put my ego and throw it in the trash can, and maybe things will be a little different than what I'm saying. You know, I have a big ego, and it is what it is. That's all I got to say. You know.
All right. And one person did go and say that sometimes they can't stand their coach. And then others threw out there that coaches and teachers are important. Just like basically what you were saying, Bernard, what you were saying, Ben. And so, Coach Julius Hall, what's your thoughts? What's the impact of coaches on the lives of people in our communities and our society?
Well, as parents, we trust that when we send our kids to school or we send our kids to do the extracurricular activities, that they're in good hands. So we have to be able to trust those coaches. Those coaches are an extension of our parenting. And you know, I remember going to practice, and I remember football practice. I used to hate having to run the shoot, but I knew that instilled the discipline that I needed. I remember in basketball, we were playing Johnson High School. No, we were playing Jenkins. We was at Jenkins, and and I, this is the only time I ever smoked a joint in my life up to this day. And they were smoking the joint on the way, and I burnt my sweater. I tell this story all the time. And I burnt my best sweater, a great cashmere sweater that I had that was just awesome. The girls loved it. And so I burnt that sweater. And from all I took was 2 totes off of the joint. And only time I ever smoked in my whole life. Never did it again in my life. I was 16 years old. And I got in that game, and you know, the ball came by me because it went off another guy's knee and it rolled past me, and I just looked at the ball roll past me like this. Coach Stanley Rivers called timeout, pulled me to the side, and slapped me in my chest because he knew I was high. That woke me up. I never smoked took another tote off a joint in my life. Only time I ever smoked anything in my life. But coaches are important because they instill that fear and that discipline for you to be a better person. That's what I.
Now, I'm going to say this right here, but we're going to move on to Coach Deloach.
And we won the game.
You had told that story before, but you said it was at Beach. So I don't know why you trying to throw Jenkins up in the mix. That's what happens. People from Thompson, they always do that. Coach Deloach, why were you moved by Coach Tamika Reed's her comment to her player with regard to the Indiana Fever, and what's your thoughts with regard to coaches having an impact on our society and our communities?
Well, you know, we talked about this a couple of weeks ago when it comes to college women's sports being drafted in the WNBA. Most of them don't make the roster. and this proves our point based on the conversation we had a couple of weeks ago. Secondly, I look at coaches two ways. I am who I am because of Coach James German at Beach, Mr. Bo Levette from the Pals, and Coach Hicks from Cam Park.
Yeah.
And the one thing, at least coming up in Cam Park, Coach Hicks, I mean, he kept a belt, you know, and he understood the discipline part. So he hit them line drives to you. You didn't have no glove. You do like the Cubans, these third world countries, they use a hand. And if you got by you, you know what to expect. So you learn at an early age about accountability and discipline. But then you have those coaches that think they need to be your daddy. And I would say most of the Caucasian guys, when you put at that level, you know, and I'm just speaking from experience. And all of my recruiting with my 3 kids, the first thing I told them, they don't need no daddy. You know, I'm the daddy. Y'all be the coach. And all those lies y'all sit in my living room and tell me about we're going to take care of your son and your daughter. No. That's my responsibility. They know right from wrong. Now you can help elevate them about the game and coach them up, but they don't need no daddy. But like I say, from my experience, the men that influenced me were solid men, not only in the school system, but they were solid men in the community. And they were well respected. And when you work in your community, it's just like a good police officer. When you have a relationship in your community, people don't do things in front of you. You have good coaches. People in the community know, hey, don't make me have to call Coach so-and-so in his own. And most of that coach is probably the same person in your church. But we so disjointed that you really don't get to know these coaches because they're moving. Especially at the college level, you can't really build a relationship with them.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it has its pros and cons. You know, there are no more legendary 30-year coaches, you know. And then you look at the incident at Penn State. Petrino, he was loved. But when it all came out, he let a lot of stuff, he turned his head.
Yeah.
You know? So, so there are pros and cons. And hopefully there are more pros than cons out here when it comes to coaching. Yeah.
All right.
You're right.
And just to throw something out there for the audience, you have an event that's going on Sunday. And what is that about on Sunday and what time?
All right. So we actually throwing the 27-17 The Factory free football camp to the community of Savannah, Georgia and surrounding counties. It would feature all of the Savannah 912 surrounding areas, the kids that play college football, where they have the opportunity to come back, give back to the community, teach the younger kids. Me and Coach, we basically just put it together and we let them teach the younger generation what they learned at their levels and come out there and have some fun. Sunday, May 15th, Daphne Park, from 2 to 4:30, but I'm quite sure it's going to go a little longer than that because a lot of people have been reaching out and a lot of kids want to come back and participate. So doesn't cost anything. People that have been donating, the sheriff department is cooking the food for the kids. Frank Callen's Boys Club donated 20 pair of cleats. We have photographers that volunteer their time to come out and take pictures, video. We'll have drones flying. We have house party boys, DJing. They volunteer their time. Have a staff to handle registration on site. All that's volunteer. So it didn't cost Robert DeLoach anything to do it. It's just based on relationships, people coming out, lending their hand, and we're going to put on for our community.
And the first one?
Sir?
When is that?
Sunday, May the 15th, 2 o'clock to 4:30, Daphne Park.
And the first 100 get a T-shirt, right?
Yes. We have one of the Warren Brinson from the national champion Georgia Bulldogs. His dad purchased 100 shirts for the kids. So the first 100 kids that arrive to the camp will receive free 27-17 The Factory T-shirts.
And that's on Sunday from 2 to 4:30. And Daphne Park.
Sunday, Bernard.
Jesus. Oh my God. Oh Lord. This is just America. I told you don't have anything in your mouth. I was just about to give me some water. I was spat it out. But okay, we gonna move on. We're gonna move on. Which 3-2 team? Well, which 3-2 squad out there in NBA will make it to the finals? Which one? 3-2. You got Phoenix. You got Golden State. You got Miami, and you got Phoenix. Which 3-2 team will make it to the finals? Coach Deloach, start with you first.
Golden State, Milwaukee.
All right. And we go to Coach Brown, Bernard Brown.
Go.
He froze.
Yeah, I think.
Say it again, Bernard.
Sorry about that. Golden State and Milwaukee. Golden State, Milwaukee.
All right. Coach Ben True, which one do you say?
Yeah, I gotta go with the group, man. Golden State and Milwaukee. Even though I have enjoyed all these series, Giannis, Steph, man, it's gonna be hard to beat dudes that's been there before, been there, done that. So Golden State, Milwaukee.
Coach Julius Hall.
Well, I tell you what, I'm gonna go against the grain. Golden State is my team, but I like this young energy that's in the league now. So I'm gonna go with Phoenix and Miami. With Phoenix taking it all, like I told y'all from the beginning of this, when we first started this show. Phoenix and Brooklyn, but Brooklyn ain't there. Phoenix gonna win it all.
Okay. That's what you heard it from Coach Julius Hall. So
Bernard,
this is what we want to do with this right here. This is a little unique thing right here. What will be the bet? What will someone have to do? Because you've heard America, you've heard what they have said. So if those squads, if it is not Golden State and Milwaukee, if it is not Phoenix in the house with Miami, what should happen to them, America? Please put it out there. What should happen to the four of them with regards to if those teams do not make it? So, America, we give you the opportunity to do that. We're not talking about you, America, Coach Bernard Brown. We're talking about to our viewers. We're talking about our listeners. You will have up until Friday evening, Friday, 11:59 p.m. to let people know what should happen to them. Execute them.
Execute. That's
No, you're not allowed to give nobody no. Let them pick. Don't be giving nobody no ideas.
And you didn't even pick.
Yeah.
I'm hosting.
He might be the shooter.
He gonna be the shooter, and he gonna pull his mask off and look at you right before you take your last breath.
Yeah,
it was me.
Jenkins t-shirt on.
Well, we know. We know he went to Jenkins. He can't run, so
there it is.
He went the dog. He'll fall down. He'll fall down and scrape his knee.
And y'all hear how Ben True just out there it is. See, he be boosting Coach Deloach.
No. I don't look. Listen, this is the thing. Every time we're gonna go every show, and I say, look, I be counting how long is it gonna take before we start referencing what schools, who went to, and why it happens every show. I love it. You know, I don't start that.
All right.
Well, but Ben, he the only one who went to private school on here though.
Yeah. This is that madness right there. But anyway, so we'll probably be a pie in the face. It might be a whipped cream pie in the face. We would love to do that, Bernard Brown. We would love to do it. Bam, we hit him right in the face with the pie. So, but we'll move on to this right here. What's up with Tom Brady and Fox? What is up with that? What's up with that? Coach Julius Hall, what is up with that? Tom Brady and Fox.
Tom Brady signed such a lucrative contract, he ought to just quit now and just go on and because he ain't gonna win no another Super Bowl and going on to Fox. Fox is just in love with anybody that aspires to their ideology. He's a Donald Trump man and he thinks just like him. And we around here loving Tom Brady just like we had loved Babe Ruth when he was hitting them home runs. And all both of them are racist. But, you know, hey, Thomas, he can throw the ball, though. Okay, and
Yeah, you're right.
and Babe
Yeah.
Ruth used to hit it. So Fox doing what Fox does. They giving them that lucrative contract when they could have paid us to put on a great show for them, and we wouldn't have been talking about chicken wings and credit cards. We'd have been real serious with the sports.
Hey, my boy. Yes, sir.
Coach Ben Troop, what's your thoughts with regards to Tom Brady and Fox?
It's simple, man. Tom Brady's using his leverage. Tom Brady knows this. What made Tom Brady understand he can get more money than anybody else is 2 words: Tony Romo. Tony Romo goes into the booth. He making more money than everybody. And listen, and all Tony Romo ever did was fumble the snap, in the regular season and play for Dallas. That's it. Like when you play for the Dallas Cowboys and you the starting quarterback, that comes with a lot of prestige. Tom Brady goes, I was better than Troy Aikman. Who is Joe Buck? Who cares about Jim Nance and Tony Romo? And there was once Troy Aikman got that $80 million or whatever he got, and Tom Brady goes, bruh, I want $38 million a year, and that's whenever I decide to go away. Because think about this. Don't nobody want to see none of them. If Tom Brady walk in the room, if Tom Brady's walking in Savannah right now, you're going to be like, that's Tom Brady. If Tony Romo knocked on your door, you be like, who was that? All I'm saying is, man, listen, who I am and what I do got to mean something. I'm the best quarterback to ever do it. I'm still doing it. That comes with a price. $375 million. I bet you Giselle don't make more than that. I don't care what she says. She don't make that much. She make a lot. She don't make that much.
Generational wealth.
Coach Rob DeLoach, what's up with that? Fox and also Tom Brady.
Well, they got to be able to compete. They lost Joe Buck and Troy Aikman. So the next best thing out there was Tom Brady. I don't know how good of analysis he's going to be because he probably could be like Deion Sanders and talk about himself and how great he was, in between plays. But hey, I mean, just what it is. I'm not a fan of Tom Brady. But hey, who am I?
All right, Coach Bernard Brown. What's up with Fox and Tom Brady?
Hey, and I ain't hitting no Tom Brady, but Tom Brady a smooth white boy. You know what I'm saying? Tom Brady smooth, man. Tom Brady be dressing, man. And you got to get it to him. He got that black man swagger, man. I'm telling you. Hey, he got his money, but if you had Fox and Tom Brady and you had Troy Aikman and whoever he went with, I'm gonna look at Brady, man. Everything he do is smooth.
But Bernard, Tom Brady, if Dallas and Pittsburgh playing on the other station and Carolina and Miami playing where Tom Brady at, I'm not watching Tom Brady analyze nothing. I'm watching the best game.
I understand what you're saying, bro, and I appreciate that too. But you bigger than that. I'm gonna watch Tom Brady because he's smooth, man. I don't care about all that. We already know who's gonna win that game.
But if Fox was smart, they would have signed one of the Manning boys.
Manning, and they do it Monday night. They do it podcast Monday night.
That's my point.
But look, I'm telling you, Brady is a must-see TV. They know for a fact that Brady could promote, and at the end of the day, you got to give it to him. He handsome. You know what I'm saying? So
he ain't Denzel.
It's more later to go watch Fox now than ever. I'm just
I'm looking to see what black man they gonna stick next to him. Yeah, we got
they gonna stick me next to him.
They're gonna put the swag next to him so that way he can't mess up. I don't know who that's gonna be, but they're gonna get a lot of money. They're gonna put a black man next to him because you got to have. At the end of the day, Tom Brady knows this. Whatever he write his memoirs or documentary, he gonna say, "Let me tell you something.
Yeah,
I've benefited more from black people than I've ever benefited from ever in life." Hey. So Randy Moss, ain't gonna be no Wes Welkers. At the end of the day, Mike Evans, Leonard Fournette, and the list goes on and on. Listen, hopefully he'll do for whoever next to him what Skip Bayless did, for Shannon Sharp. Hey, man, throw that man some money and let that man be on TV. And listen, it don't got to be 38 million. It could be 35, 20, 25, but give his co-host some bread. Give him some bread.
Hey, you know who'd be a good candidate for that though? Ryan Clark.
Oh, listen, Ryan Clark, Marcus Spears.
Yeah.
Anyone, Nate Burleson.
True.
Oh, listen, at the end of the day, they're not gonna let me on there because I'm like Shannon Sharp. They can't understand what I'm saying. I say stuff like Astrodamus, and I don't know what y'all know what I mean. Because if something happened, I'm gonna say, look at that boy over there. What'd you just say? I said, hey, I thought Shannon Sharp paved the way for us country boys to get on TV. But they scared.
You get your gullah.
No, what it was is they showed me a picture and they said, "What is this?" I said, "That's a buggy." They said, "That's a shopping cart." Okay. I don't know what to tell them.
And I know damn well they ain't gonna put me out so shit.
Hey, listen, no. If they let you on TV, just sign the contract because I ain't gonna do it for one episode. They got to pay me to leave. They got to pay me to get up out of here.
Hey, I can't even spell cat. I know they ain't gonna be able to see. Hey, but I look good.
And you smell good.
And I smell good. And I swipe that card good.
And Jamal gonna be the streaker. Jamal gonna be the streaker running across at Tom Brady's first game.
Hey.
And again, America, I said to you all, be careful of the four of them. Just be careful. And so we're going to deal with somebody else who might need to be careful about some things because they're getting pretty peculiar right now. I love him. But it's really going into this other topic that we're going to deal with. My boy, John Morant, what happened to him when he gets slapped on the knee accidentally? And they talk about the code. So there's some things tied to that. I'm just curious with regard to him physically, but we want to focus on what are the unwritten rules, the unwritten codes that are in basketball, baseball, and football. What are those unwritten rules, codes, and again, the things that people are not supposed to be doing allegedly in these sports. And so we start with you, Coach Bernard Brown. What are the unwritten rules that you know about, that you told your players about, that you've engaged in also, like throwing people across the fence after they're out of bounds? But I'm going to leave that alone, Coach Bernard Brown. I didn't come to you intentionally first. Let me be clear about that. I did not come to you first intentionally.
Man, you bigger than that. Okay. At the end of the day, I'm gonna leave you alone, Jamal. I ain't even gonna mess with you. You know what? It's like this here. What's in the locker room, and everybody on here know what's in the locker room, stay in the locker room. Okay. At the end of the day, I don't know. John Morant, he been off and on hurting the whole year. At the end of the day, he need to add some weight on him. And at the end of the day, I don't know what's going on. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, to be strictly honest, because close to it, I don't see him. I don't see him in Phoenix. I don't see him in Memphis next year. And this something that close to people I know, and because we got this big AAU tournament in Atlanta, and somebody is here. Something is going on. I don't see him in Memphis next year. And that's the truth. I don't see him in Memphis next year, and it got to do with a lot of stuff behind closed door that I don't want to put out on there. But I really don't see him in Memphis next year. Yeah, he hurt, but it's more behind that. It's more behind it, and it got a little something to do with his daddy too. So you heard that on Ebony Sports. I don't really see him in Memphis next year.
All right. So, Coach DeLoach, what are the unwritten codes, the unwritten rules in baseball, basketball, and football? Because again, the audience, because you hear it, and so but some people don't know about it. So, what are some of the unwritten rules and codes with regard to baseball, football, and basketball? that you know about that you feel?
Well, as a former baseball player, I know the unwritten rules that you don't want to throw the ball at anybody's head. At the end of the day, it's just a game. Because you can end someone's life and also their career. That's just an unwritten rule. You may take one on the hip, may take one on the wrist, but definitely not throwing at someone's head for baseball. In basketball, you definitely don't want to take anybody out while they're in the air. I suffered a third-degree separation going up for a dunk, and the dude undercut me, and I ripped my shoulder. Football, I mean, I don't know. That's a dirty game out there. So it's dog eat dog on that football field, because that's, at that level, them guys got mouths to feed, man. So I can't speak to that because I never played at that level. But I'm quite sure there's some things, just don't talk about my big mama. I think you talk about somebody's big mama, it's on.
Yeah.
Any sport. Play it safe.
All right. Coach Julius Hall, what are some of the unwritten rules in baseball, basketball, and football?
Well, he covered basketball and baseball, and he was right on those two. And then in football, you don't hit a guy that's defenseless, and you don't clip, because you take a guy with his knee injury, then they're out, and sometimes they lose their careers over a knee injury. Morant is going to be the next Michael Jordan of the NBA.
Woo!
Morant.
Damn, boy.
I'm a good option. I look
good?
at this game real close. This boy is phenomenal.
I got to get a break. Give me a cup. But
I want to take my glasses off.
This boy is phenomenal. He is phenomenal. He's a great player. I mean, I looked at him and I said, you got to try to take him out, but that his injury there, I don't think that wasn't on purpose, so that shouldn't even be included in no unwritten rule, because sometimes basketball, it's a contact sport. But I think that this boy is going to be the next Michael Jordan. You ain't going to never have a Jordan, I don't think. Kobe came close. But this boy is bad, man.
Yeah. Ooh, damn.
All right.
I got to take a drink. I got the drink.
Oh, Jesus.
Hey, Michael Jordan, Julius, Michael Jordan?
Yeah, he's that bad. He's that bad.
I know he's bad, but Michael Jordan?
He's that bad. He's that good.
I'm about to pop the cork.
Hey, I done.
At least you drinking wine.
When he said that, I drank the whole bottle. It's empty.
Stay tuned.
Please put up. We are not responsible for the actions of these people on the show. Please put the banner. Please flash the banner so everyone will know we're not responsible for the alcohol consumption that is on this show.
This is church wine.
I know it. Mine too. This community Sunday.
Oh, man.
So, Coach Ben Troop, we now move on to you. What are the unwritten rules that you know about from basketball, baseball, and football?
I mean, obviously the baseball one is dead on, man. Like you don't want to throw at nobody's head. Basketball, once somebody leave their feet, you got to kind of protect them. When you're going for the block, you got to make sure you're going for the ball and not taking nobody out the air. And when it comes to football, all you have is your legs. Like I know it's about concussions, but please, if we're the same size, please hit me straight up. But if you're a cornerback, you're much smaller than me. I understand you using your body to trying to get me down, but hitting guys behind their like hitting me behind my knees, like if I'm going by you and you trying to hit me, and horse collar tackles, when you take a guy and you grab him behind his collar and because your whole body stops. But the biggest misconception about football is it's a contact sport. It's not a contact sport. It's a collision sport. Guys are out to collide. It's not contact. It's contact. Collision is when, look, man, people, you hear the term business decisions that happen every play. You like, well, sometimes you the hammer, sometimes you the nail, but you ask any player, where I'd rather get hit at, hit me here to like right above my waist. Don't hit me low unless you're a cornerback or a safety, but But man, I'm telling you, I've seen guys get hit behind their knees in practice.
Yeah.
And, yeah, it's going to be fighting. I mean, because my leg, you got to think, my leg is all I got. Lower extremities is the difference in football. All I got is my knees, my calves, my hands, so and thank God I've never had a MCL, PCL, ACL because, I took care of myself and my opponents and teammates took care of me. So stay away from a person's knee and we good. Everything else is free game because at the end of the day, I've got people and I've gotten got. So I've been on both sides of it. So but stay away from a guy's knees and I think you'll be fine. I mean, everything else, hey man, it ain't for the weak, man. It ain't for the weak. And at the end of the day, man, my coach said, listen, if it ain't live, it ain't me. So don't go out there because it's live. It's a living color out there.
And Julius, they played in the wrong era. Our eras were just here. Kill or be killed. We don't care whether you hit in your knees, whether you hit in your eye, whether you hit whatever, whether you throw somebody across the fence or whatever. It is what it is, man. Go home to your parents. You can't handle it. That's in our era now. I'm just saying. That's what we was taught to do. At the end of the day, take them out by any means necessary. Especially if you down by 30 points. And you lose it, you're already gonna lose the game. It's the full quarter. You might well start a fight. That's what I do. You might well start a fight. Hey, that's why I throw Ronald Wilkins' ass across the fence. We was already losing, so what we got to lose? We gonna win the fight or we gonna win the game? We lost the game, but we won the fight. Case closed. Jamal.
You got to think. There's no way that Jack Ham and Jack Lambert will be able to play in today's football.
Nah.
Look at Earl Campbell.
Right.
No way.
No, they wouldn't. I appreciate it though. I mean, at the end of the day, I don't think people understand. You can't have all your marbles if you play football. I don't think people understand, man. Like people go, normal people don't play football. I don't care what level. There's no way I can see a grown man get knocked out, and I go, all right, get him up, take him off, and they blow the whistle and be right back to it. It's like people go, you got some screws loose. Yeah, man, I was playing football since I was 7 years old. So all I know is I just want to run on the way I run off. Now, I might not run off as fast as I ran on, but as long as I run off, because listen, as my coach say, win, lose, or draw, we want it all. That's football, man. Win, lose, or draw, we want it all. And hey, man, I've seen my friend's daddy, who was our head coach, tell him, "Get up, you embarrassing me and your mama. Get up." I'm serious. I mean, he did. Because at the end of the day, listen, the biggest misconception about football is it teaches character. It does not. It reveals it. It don't teach nothing. It ain't. If you ain't got character before you put on that helmet, you ain't finna lose it myself. Unless his last name character. No, it don't teach none of that.
And I just, for the record, I went and checked the Jenkins High School records for the 4 years that Jamal was there. He played football 2 of those years, and he had 1 touchdown and thought he was going to the NFL.
Hey, now that's a touchdown.
Hey, that's so long ago. Hey, that's so long ago. They wrote that in with pencil.
You play wide receiver, right?
That Julius Hall. Ooh. We're gonna move on, America. This show, as I told you all, Julius Hall. We're gonna move to Terrence Crawford's daughter. Our boxing champ, Terrence Crawford's daughter, Lele, was in a 200-meter race. Lele, as soon as she stopped, bam, it fired. Her shoe came off. Lele, as opposed to just going to the side, Lele put the shoe back on, and Lele won the race. What type of tenacity is that? What do you call it? And Terrence Crawford even talked about that he's still been mesmerized by this. Get a boxing champion. He talking about how he's been mesmerized by his daughter's race. Even the next day, he's been mesmerized by that. Being true, what's your thoughts with regards to Lele?
Listen, I saw this, and I mean this with all the respect in the world. to Princess Lele, shout out to her, but them kids were slow as hell. Them were the slowest kids on the face. They were. So hold on. The only reason why you can watch the only reason why you can watch it, if that's one of our children, we say, boy, if you don't speed up, oh my God. Listen, I'm not saying Lele ain't fast. I'm not saying, let me tell you something. Look, Usain Bolt might catch me, but that ain't Usain Bolt out there now. When I saw it, I said, okay, I see La Mama. And then not only did she win, she won like she started before them. I'm like, I know I wasn't the only one thinking that little girl is real fast. Or this kid slow as hell. They ain't slow as listen, I'm slow kids. But I was like, Terrence Crawford know good and well his daughter ain't that type of thing. That's the slowest heat all day. I guarantee it.
I know. Nah, I'm gonna say this to America. That is the opinion of Ben Troop. I have wanted to say something, but I can't go and say, but Ben Troop when it says so. So Coach Julius Hall, what's your thoughts on that?
I thought they were punking the other kids. I seriously, I thought it was a prank. I'm serious. I thought it was something. I said, they got to be making this up. This girl cannot lose a shoe, stop, put a shoe back on, run past them, and then beat them by 10 yards. And then I thought it was Special Olympics or something. I said, well, maybe I found out it ain't. So it was just amazing to me, and I have to agree with Ben.
I got a special guest.
Okay. Boy, oh my God. What in the world is going on? Hey, listen. I mean, I'm just saying, man. I mean, I ain't know that VCU had that many primetime games, man. What's up, man? Y'all, what's up?
What's up, man?
And he transferred from Herschel V. Jenkins High School to Buffalo.
What's up, young man?
So you ain't gotta say nothing about that. I just made that announcement. Everybody knows you transferred from Jenkins, then you went up there. So
nobody know no Jenkins is up there in Virginia, man. He in Virginia.
Hey, I want to go to a home game. Rob, why don't we, the five of us, get together and go to a home game for it too?
Hey,
and
man,
you're not allowed. And you're not allowed to wear your high school Letterman jacket.
Man, I would thought he'd be coming right now and Sports Academy tomorrow. You know, hey,
that's what I see it, man. We know. Yeah, we see it.
His name is JJ because he went to Jenkins. But anyway, Coach Bernard Brown, what's your thoughts on the because I gotta say, I gotta throw this out to America. You know, decent people don't say the things that everybody knows something, but these people don't say nothing. Ben Troop would have said the stuff.
Listen, my kids
about them trying being slow. About them trying being slow.
I know that Coach Rob DeLoach got some of the most athletic kids you ever gonna see, but in the back of his mind, he's watching. He's saying, "Good job, kid. Oh, don't embarrass me." Because at the end of the day, that's what they're gonna tell him. I'm only saying in private or in public. Now we said them kids were slow as hell. They were slow. Come on, man.
He bigger than that.
Run.
I know it.
I'm like, ain't none of y'all fast.
And so now I'm scared to ask Coach Bernard Brown. What's your thoughts on that, Bernard Brown?
And Drew, he no different when Herschel ran past up. We thought he was in the truck. Herschel Walker left for so far back and grown, we thought he was in the truck.
Yeah, Herschel Walker left everybody in the
everybody, man. That dude.
Hold up, one person gave Herschel a run for his money.
Vernon.
Michael Brown.
Yeah, Michael Fields. Michael
Brown.
Michael Fields.
They went to Richard Arnold.
No, they went to Tompkins. Michael Fields was right on him at Groves. He came in first and second. Michael Fields won the 110 high hurdles.
Yeah. But Herschel, he came around that corner. All we seen was his feet in that truck. That's the only thing I can say. And slow one? Come on, God, you bigger than that. That's what you talk about, slow. Hey, see, it probably was one of Jamal's family was racing against.
Oh my God.
Hey, I ain't never heard nothing like that in my life. When you run in a race and you lose your shoes and you pick it and you still won, man, please, you the slowest kids in the world.
That falls under that has never happened to nobody on the show. And we've seen it all. We've done it all. You've never seen nobody lose their shoe. Because if that's us, you know what I'm doing? I'm going, whoa, stop. I'm trying to stop the race. I'm not going to run. But think about this. The only reason why I can show my face is nothing like that. If that happened to me, I'm not on the Ebony Sports Reporters. I'm nowhere near this screen. I'm not dealing with that.
Oh my God.
They should have had their Wheaties. They should have had their Wheaties that morning.
I mean, and you know what's sad? Those kids heard all that clapping and they thought it was for them.
Oh, Lord.
I love the kids. What? My kids play sports. My daughters and my son know. I am not here to lie to you. We don't do participation trophies. You just got beat by a person that lost their shoe. Are you serious?
If my daughter was in that race and she lost, I should gotta get in the room. Don't even look at me. Yeah, you know somebody that lost their shoe.
And her last name is Crawford, not Bolt. Listen, Terrence Crawford is a man, and I hope he fight Errol Spence. I want to see that. But just,
my God.
Hold on. If that's a girl, if that little girl went to Jenkins, and everybody else that's in that race went to Beach, we'll never hit the end of it. We'll never hit the end of it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So, and that's why, so sadly, with regards to this, how Ben Troop set the whole tone for this, which I did not envision this when this occurred, when I put it out there. But now we come to the one who's been instrumental in teaching people on how to run. Also, Coach DeLoach, what's your thoughts with regards to this right here? Because I'm too frightened to hear what you got to say on this subject matter.
Now, not only did she lose a shoe, she put the shoe on and didn't even tie it up. Still came right there. And little Becky and little Maria and Elizabeth and Hannah ain't never seen nothing like that before. Now, I'm going to tell you what happened after that. Lele got the applause, but all the other 4 little young ladies went to Dairy Queen and they got them a soft ice cream because that's what they ran like. Running all out the cone. Them girls came around that corner and they said, we got to run some more. I ain't never seen nothing like that in my life.
Man.
But to say it all, Lele could have done a lot of other things. But she had sense enough to put a shoe on and still finish the race. Now, most kids probably would have ran without the shoe or put it in their hand and ran with the shoe. And that would have been the end of it. Because, you know, growing up, we thought we were fast without the shoes anyway.
Right.
But little Becky and Anna Mae, all of them need to go find some horseback riding or something.
Hey, and if we had cat heads on our feet,
my God,
we was running with no shoes anyway.
Exactly. Dr. Jamal, now you know Becky and them parents was too embarrassed.
Yep. Never, listen, never ever in the history of nothing you've ever done in your life have you seen that. Like, think about that.
Never
ever. I think there are certain things you go, I ain't never seen that before. What you mean? And we've seen some stuff that probably we shouldn't have seen, but I ain't never seen that.
Never.
This the problem, though. If she would have lost both shoes and put them on, she's still gonna win.
Hell, she had time.
She looked up and said, "I got." Think about this. You know You know how athletic and arrogant you got to be to lose your shoe, look up and go, man, I got this. What? Listen, let me tell you something. That ain't no truth, baby. Because if it would have been, that little girl would have got tripped. You ain't beating me. What? I don't care. I come from a mama that tell me the truth, and she been doing it my whole life. If I would have lost a race like that, I would have saw my mama and my daddy back because they leaving. They leaving. Can I get a ride home? Coach Rob, can I get a ride home? Why? Because mama, sister Troop and brother Troop, they gone.
And Ben, you said she looked up and said, I got this.
Oh, yeah, she looked up like that. That's what happened. Listen, that's what happened when your daddy is a world champ. The shoe on and still won. You don't believe that when your daddy is a coach, it matters. If your daddy is a coach, you end up going to Ohio State, Florida State, VCU. That is not coincidental. Why? Because I don't want to deal with him more than I want to deal with my coach.
Yeah.
My coach.
Right.
Oh,
Yep.
man.
And Jamal, you picked these subjects.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, I know, and I had a vision that the people they'll be empathetic and sympathetic to the people who placed in the race and also cheer on Lele. But I did not know that again. Ben Trooper go and just call it on out. Those turns were slow. I'm just like, oh my God. So because decent people were thinking that, but they wasn't going to say that. But Ben Troop just called it on out. And so now this subject, the last one we'll be dealing with, since the time winding down, is that this is something that Julius Hall is down with this right here. Robert Sacre, with the guard who formerly played with the Lakers, he said that the United States government should give $1 million to each American to help with the guards to fight off inflation as opposed to giving the money to Ukraine. Should that be done, Coach Rob DeLoach?
First of all, he's not a former Laker.
Huh?
First of all, he's not a former Laker. You can't even tell me what year, how many points they averaged.
I know it.
He didn't even make $1 million in his old damn NBA career.
He's not coaching in Canada now. So what?
No, he doesn't have the voice to say that. Matter of fact, he worse than them kids that ran against Lele.
Oh Lord.
Yeah. Hey.
No, that's somebody trying to make a name for herself. No, we're not going to give him the platform. No.
Coach Bernard Brown, what's your thoughts on that?
Hey, man, if you average a 0.1 points, man, shut up.
Oh, man. Jesus, boy.
He averaged a 0.1 average. Come on, boy. Shut up, man. We should be the one telling Biden to give us $1 million, not him.
Exactly.
Hey, and when I see that he was a former Laker, man, whatever. If you ain't got your number retired up there, you can't say nothing.
Nothing.
0.1. Come on.
But he was in the championship.
Huh?
He was in the atmosphere of the championship.
He wasn't at the party. He wasn't at the party.
Man, please. Kobe done raised up in his grave and said, boy, shut up.
Coach Ben Troop, what's your thoughts on that, Coach Ben Troop?
Hey, listen, at the end of the day, I'll definitely take the cheese. I'll take the money. At the end of the, I ain't gonna lie, I'll take the money now. I mean,
right.
and listen. I mean, I'm not trying to be cheap or anything, but if $1 million is too much, I'll do 100K, 200K. I mean, because I'm gonna say this again though. What do Americans got to do to get some of this? We give money away to other people like everybody's good in America. Like, did I miss something? Like, did I miss? And it don't be a little bit of money. Hey man, we just voted in $1 billion. $1 billion. All I'm saying is, I would take. Listen, if they got enough money to send it out, we print it here in America. I'll take one of those little printed things and make sure the treasurer like sign it. I'll take it. That's a lot of money, man. It make me feel. Listen, it's like this. If I owe you money, and I say I ain't got it, but you just saw me on the gram spending money, that's a problem, bro. I just saw you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Last time I checked, we went. So we're $1 trillion in the deficit, but we can send money to other people. That don't. I'm not saying don't send them the money, but
the thing about it,
we can use some of that, Brad.
The thing about it, Ben, at least they being out front. With that last administration, hell, they might have sent Russia $400 billion. We don't know, and everybody got paid. So they trying to at least say we sending them something, but it's just part of what keeps this world, what makes the world go round.
Yeah.
All right. So, Coach Julius Hall, what's your thoughts on that, Coach Julius Hall?
Well, I'm not even gonna look at who he is. I'm just gonna look at what he said. He was dead right. We talked about this the other day, me and Bernard. If you can give $33 billion to and a bunch of bullets and bombs to the Ukraine, and we've been over here building this country forever, and now you don't want to give us at least $1 million a piece. What that is? Well, how many of us over here? What they say, 20 million?
Yeah.
And you give each one of us $1 million? You ain't done nothing.
But guess what, Julius? We're going to be broke because you know we're going to be doing.
That's right. Lord. That's right. That's right.
We going to own it. We ain't got to swipe the card. We going to build our own.
That's it.
But yeah, I think that we should get that $1 million. They could give each one of us. They say it's only 20 million of us. I think it's more like 40 or 50 million of us.
Oh, yeah.
No. They said it was 20% of we were 13%. So 13 million. So it's 30 something million of us. So according to them, let's say it's 50 million of us. Give each one of us $1 million. You've only spent $1 million. $50 million on reparations.
Yeah.
Yeah. Give that to us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if they give that to us, we're gonna average more than a 0.1 point.
Oh no, my math is bad.
I will.
My math is bad. That's more than 50 million.
That's all right.
Yeah, that's like $5 billion. My bad.
It's called trickle down economics. It never trickled down.
That's I think I can't count. That's like.
Hey, listen, I mean, my family got 40 acres, but we had to buy it though. Ain't nobody give it to us.
Right. And we still ain't got the 40 acres in the mule. Come on, man.
I'm just saying. Listen. At the end of the day, people be like, "Hey, Ben, y'all complain too much." This and I said, "Well, I don't know who they are, but if I ever find they, I'm gonna beat the hell out of them like Lele did them kids when she was running." If I ever catch them.
That's it.
No, all I'm saying is when we go, listen, we're gonna have to do another show to talk with anybody that got something to say about what quote black people want in America, and they ain't none of your business. That ain't none of your business. That ain't none of your business.
Hey,
that's all I'm gonna say is if you say quote, listen, and if you black and you say I don't need no handout, we gonna take yours. Nope, we gonna take yours and we gonna give it up.
Hey, at the end of the day, this is our Black Media, the best sports show in America, in the world. Y'all got to tune in every Thursday night at 8:00. Y'all got to tune in. You don't get nothing like this here. Period.
And that's the word for tonight. God bless you, America. God bless you.
That would be $50 billion that they would be giving up.
Man, that's a drop in the bucket, man. That ain't
exactly. If you could give the Ukraine $33 million for some bombs in a war they can't win, you might as well give us.
No. You know what, Julius? I wouldn't even use. I would say, listen. I would act like I said, listen. I don't even know. I don't watch no news or nothing. But I heard that y'all giving out cheese. So if y'all want to, divvy out some checks, listen. Don't work. I ain't giving out no social security number. I ain't giving out no license, no registration, no none of that. But give me everybody from the sports, from the Ebony Sports Reporters. I'm gonna make sure they get theirs.
That's it. That's right. It. Hey,
You ready? You ready, Jamal?
hey, Jamal.
Hey,
This it right here. We don't need nobody else. We don't need nobody else. This it here.
Bernard,
Hold on, and listen. And we will promise we're gonna build something real nice in the city of Savannah that we all have to agree on, and it's gonna be real nice. Because guess what? What's gonna happen when we got our own stuff and somebody go, "Hey Ben, how y'all gonna do y'all tournament?" That's our gym right there. Oh, and you on private property, so get off. You on private property.
Hey, Jamal. Man, let me shut up. Let me shut up right now.
Hey, listen,
you can only imagine what was about to come out your mouth.
I know.
Listen, at the end of the day, when people talk about, quote, black men can't come together for no reason other than just fellowship with each other, just have fun with each other, we call it the Ebony Sports Reporters, a.k.a. the Myth Killers. We kill myths every Thursday when we come on here.
That's it.
But we need our money, though. Just know that.
We need it.
We need it.
Hey, because you know what? We need our money because we got black women, and we need our money to make sure they're okay. Because they're divas. They're divas. So send us. Matter of fact, don't send us $1 million. Can you give me $1.5 million? Because I know half of that going to go to the credit card.
Give it to us in installments. Like we can take, you know. Listen, pay us our money the same way we pay our bills. I'll put something on it. I'm not paying the whole bill. I'll put something on it. How much do it cost to keep the light on? And guess what? When they go, remember the truth, that'll be $800. The lights are, well, I got candles. I got candles. What? All right, listen. It's a light bill, not a mortgage bill. That's all I'm saying.
God and Jesus ain't got
Hey, Jamal, guess what?
God
You know what they're saying? Y'all Negroes know Wi-Fi. Where we got it.
Hey, come on, man, y'all don't suspend me. Come on, man, don't suspend me. Hey, I'm just telling the truth. We bigger than that. Hey, y'all know we got to throw away something a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Come on now. That's all I'm saying. Y'all better hurry me in the damn show before I get thrown off.
Yeah, that would we trying to end the show right now. I've been trying to end the show 5 minutes ago. Excuse me, 8 minutes ago. But then guess what? Guess what? It just been taken over. America, I told y'all, this is how it is. We don't have no control. Jesus ain't got no control. God ain't got no control.
Jesus gotta say, that's it. Wrap it up.
That's it. You gotta say it, G. Boy.
Wrap it up. Bernard Brown had wrapped it up. Thank God. Ben Troop just jumped. Ben Troop just signed on off. So, but yeah.
You got a show to do.
Yeah, Coach Rob DeLoach, he busy trying to handle stuff. As soon as Bernard said something about that $5 million, and we got to spin on, his head went up like that.
Hey.
I'm like, all right. We see y'all next week. Ebony Sports Reporters.
Riverdale did there, buddy.
All right. Good night.
You talking about Riverdale.